But at that, let's get into Transport Defender Part 40, shall we? Yes, indeed. Happy Friday. You don't have a set schedule, but you can certainly appreciate the weekends. That's great. I generally work Monday to Friday, and we are in Sector 22,000, and we are unable to kill things very easily, at least. Why does the font look also like squirrely? Seems like the font is low resolution. Weird. Maybe it's just my. I don't know what that is. Start the queue. Get our weapon parts going. I don't even know if I can kill these things with my boosters. Spring sale on now. What? That's amazing. It is effectively spring, right? So what do we get? We got another one of these targeting systems. Level 3. Well, let's break it into a gem. And percent chance to get a new additional gem for every socketed gem. Wait, you can put gems into weapons, or items. I'm wondering if I can do that. Yes, we've been trying this game for 40 episodes, and I don't know if we're that much closer to them when we began. Honestly, it's hard to tell. Let's let's see here. I'm gonna. I've got 70 weapon parts. Wow, that's quite a lot of weapon parts. We can throw them at something. We have what? Is that 2 billion cargo? Hey, we can actually unlock some stuff, so let's do that. Echoes of War unlocks a weapon level on a boss. But what does it mean? Amount of weapon levels received on a boss sector completion, but has a limit per transfer. I'm not sure what that limit is. It doesn't really describe it. Let's see if we can. Let's buy it. See what happens. +1. Well, it doesn't really describe it. All right. So what is the Nyan Cat talisman? Oh, that makes the Nyan Cat weapon fire faster. The general is bonus damage based on how many bosses you've killed. Permanent upgrade. Or shall I say, it checks your bosses. How many bosses you killed forever since you started the game. Why is the Nyan Cat missing? Oh, it's chasing something that the the Nyan Cat is targeting this guy right here, but the guy keeps getting sucked in by the vortex, by the black hole, and the Nyan Cat keeps missing. That's funny. Bombard. What does Bombard do? It says just increased fire rate. Hey, fire rate is good. Plus 0.001%. Yes. 84x damage for bosses killed. Okay. Laser show. What's that one do? Oh, that one expensive? X money. Chance to get multiplied amount of money from an enemy. Sure. This must be the single most complicated game to come into 13 hours in. Yes and no. It seems like a lot of numbers everywhere, but when you boil it down, it's actually like all these are just my weapons. It's basically the upgrades for the weapons, how much damage it's doing, how many levels I have on it. And all my upgrades are right here. I've got 214 upgrades, effectively. I bought almost all of them. Oh, I should increase the Nyan Cat fire rate. 0.1% faster Nyan Cat firing. The Wishing Well. What's the Wishing Well do? Low MK Oh, that's right. I don't like that one, but we have to buy it to go past it. Oh, there goes all our money. Or cargo, I should say. Cargo is effectively your money. Although money is your money. Money's your money for buying upgrades for your weapons. Cargo is your money currency for buying other things. Basically everything else. So what was the one I just purchased? The Wishing Well? That's right. I actually don't want that one. Beam, platform, crit chance. Well, I can't afford it anyway. So I'm going to throw the rest of my locked cargo at more crew members, I think. They seem to be overperforming when giving me cargo. And the rest on... I don't know. See, what do I want to upgrade? Dragon's Gold? I don't think so. Well, let's take a look at the damage again. Let's go to my damage upgrades and let's throw the money at, or my locked cargo at the empty city. That's based off of how much cargo I've spent over time. And it's a ton of damage. So if I do this, so it's hard to quantify because my weapon's power is constantly fluctuating. Let's say it's bouncing between 30 and 50 here. So if I throw all my money at this, it's bouncing between... Now I clicked. I think I get boosts if I don't click, and I hadn't clicked for a moment. Yeah, this game is kind of complicated now you mention it. Oh, man. There we go. Well, we're going to transfer because we're not getting anywhere. So let's transfer. Reset. Transferring resets your weapon levels. Alt click these guys. That's right, I can alt click them. Why didn't I remember that? Upgrade all my weapons to the max. All my Galaxy Burger, my Beam Platform, my Dragons, my Christmas Tree. That's right, I just upgraded my Christmas Tree. Alright, all these can... game glitched a little. There we go. So now I can unlock the scanner. Beam Platform, crit chance. It's not that exciting. But my starting sector, crystal on boss chance. Skip sectors reward. Did my mission finish? Nope, I still got 4 minutes on my drone mission before he gets me apart. Alright, so let's spend some of our 70 weapon parts. Let's throw them at... Let's throw them at just raw damage, yeah? Why not? We'll do raw damage upgrades here. And then we'll throw the rest at... Tractor beam, yeah. The tractor beam gives us more cargo, which gives us more purchase power. And I don't know what to do with these 2 slots. I'm almost out of batteries here. I have to replace my battery soon. Let's just throw it here. Boom, boom. Okay. And do I have a leftover? I do. Just upgrade this guy. Alright. I think that'll do it. Is it just Constant War? Yeah, it's an idle game. A clicker game. I can click the screen if I want and get myself some money. And that money will allow me to buy upgrades for my weapons or level ups for my weapons, which kills the monsters or kills the enemy ships faster, which gives me... So I'm working on my... the object of the game is to just have numbers go up. I had to put a finite end to it, and after looking at everything that's been going on, there is something called Prestige, which is right here. I need to complete 1 million total sectors. And I've done tens of thousands. I don't know when I'll hit 1 million. I'm not sure if I can look at my stats and look to see how many sectors. See, I've hit sector 22,000. I don't know if there's a way to see how many total sectors that I've completed entirely. There it is. There it is. So 243,000. Really? So I'm a quarter of the way there almost. Yeah, you chip away at it. Once you hit about 22,000 with my current loadout, then that's when you start to plateau and you can't kill anything anymore. And then you reset, cash in your cargo that you've been accumulating, and then buy more stuff so you can go a little further next time. Or maybe exponentially further based on what kind of upgrade you're allowed to buy or find. And it's been 60 hours since I've upgraded. And then there's the Sentinel. Sentinel's resets gives you super boosts, which persists no matter how many times you reset the game. because resetting the game resets. Anyway, there's a lot going on. But I think what I decided the ending to be was to prestige, which I'm a quarter of the way there. And the only time I actually log my timer is when I'm actively playing the game and interacting with the game. And then when I put it back in the, which you see this game running constantly in the background underneath my camera. And that I don't count that time. That's just idle time. But in order for the game to progress the fastest, you have to have the game running. But I don't play the game. I don't have the game running. You would have guessed 6 sectors. Yeah, I don't have the game running. I don't actually have this game on when I'm not streaming. So this is only streaming time. Although the game does accumulate wealth and cargo offline to a lesser degree, so that you can at least have some progress while you're sleeping or whatever, if you're the kind of person who doesn't like the computer running throughout the night, you know? But if you're the kind that lets your computer run 24/7, then you don't need the little bits of offline time that you can accumulate. And that plateaus quickly though, and you can upgrade everything in this game. You can literally upgrade nothing. There there is a skill called nothing, and you can upgrade it 1 million times, and you literally get nothing for it. There's also one called anything, and you can upgrade that one 1 million times, but you don't get anything for it. Like, it's a silly game. There's one called Jester 5093 and Michael Duo. This ability, if you upgrade it, it has a chance of increasing. It increases your chance of the game to be buffed, chance for developer to buff something in the game. And no matter how many times you upgrade it, it stays at 0. The formula is 0 times level. So you can upgrade this 1 million times, and it costs more every time you upgrade it. No, it actually costs the same. I didn't realize it costs the same, but no matter how many times you upgrade this, there's still a 0% chance the developer will buff the game. But you know, there are gag things. There's one that see here. There's one called monkey something or other, like monkeys, and the monkeys fire the turrets, and you can level up the monkeys. They actually shoot at the enemies instead of just your mouse moving this turret. The monkeys will actually move it for you, and they'll fire at the enemies for you. But if you have the monkeys do it, they're only as good as their level. And when they're a low level, they have a 20% chance of shooting the enemy and an 80% chance to just shoot nothing and just fire in a random direction. And you have to actually level up the monkeys in order for them to actually hit anything reliably. You know, just it's got all sorts of. It's got 365, literally 365 level ups of skills. It's a silly game. Glad the game looks like NASA Control doesn't take itself too seriously. I wonder if people in NASA play this game. Many people herald this as one of the most complex and satisfying idle games they've ever played. I think it's all right. I've only played a couple of idle games myself. We've actually finished 2 idle games. Oh, I'm sorry, we actually have finished an idle game in this. The irony is that this is game number 100. No, this is game number 98, I think. 97 or 98. It's late 90s. And when I rolled it, I'm like, my first idle game. It was almost 100 games before I got my first idle game. And it was this one. And I played it for 2 or 3 streams, and then I finally unlocked enough stuff that it could run in the background. And once I got to that point, which was, I don't know what it was, like 7 hours in or something, where I was able to get it to run in the background comfortably. And then I was comfortable to actually idle the game and move on to my next game while it was idling. The next game I rolled was a second idle game. I'm like, you're kidding me, right? However, that game was significantly less involved, and I had 2 idle games going on in the background. I actually had stuff over here, like I think it was above my. I think I had it up in this area where I had the second idle game statistics running in the background, and that one only lasted 8 or 9 streams, and then I maxed out everything, so that one went quick. It's like, what are the odds? Back-to-back idle games. But thankfully, that one wasn't super long. Having 2 lengthy idle games going on at the same time would have been a bit much, but yes, back-to-back. Like, what are the odds? Like, I'm sure the statistics are out there, but anyways, did we actually hit our next item? We did. It feels like, yeah, there's a fifth magnet. Great. I I don't use magnets. So I'm going to break it into a gem. Whatever that, I still don't know what gems do, but I feel like sooner or later I'll get figured out. I'll break this one into a gem. Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be a skill. I haven't read through all 365. There may be a skill in here that allows me to utilize gems. Chuck Norris's socks. Just raw damage times level times this what? 10 billion or something? I don't know what that number is. Maybe that's like 1 trillion. I think that's 1 trillion. 1 trillion times level to the 1.5 power times 1.0-ish x to the 125 to the level of power. That's a lot of damage. And you can upgrade it literally 10 billion times. Yeah, you can upgrade this skill 10 billion times. That's a lot of damage. So there are all sorts of interesting skills. But I have a bunch of, I'm going to just buy crew members now, and we're going to move on. Crew members allow my cargo to increase significantly, and then I'll buy MK upgrades. MK upgrades are basically mods for your weapons. I have 611 mods on this weapon now, and it just increases the damage. It's just about everything you do is ways to increase your damage so that you can get further and destroy more things. Yup. Anyway, hey, I got 10,000 MKs. So I think it's ready to move on. Let's move on. Let's park this game.